What are you most scared of? I asked that the other day to one of my friends, and he said the ocean. And it got me thinking. Like, for me, like I'm not really scared of the ocean at all. Like, if you say like the ocean, like no, that sounds like fun on the beach, right? Like, or on a boat or something, or on a cruise. But you know, I was talking about that with him. Like, there's levels to everything. Am I scared of standing in the ocean? No. Swimming in the ocean? Mm, if I can't feel the ocean floor, yeah. I think that's when it becomes scary, right? Like, as long as you can, like, not that you won't get bit if you can walk on the ocean floor, but the fear is just not there. Like heights. Heights aren't really scary to me. Like, the idea of looking down from something tall, or even the idea of like flying, isn't that scary to me. Like, but the idea of landing a plane, like being on a plane that lands, that's pretty fucking scary. To me, at least. I don't know. It's like the ocean. Like, he was saying, he was scared of the ocean because he can't swim. Like me, I can swim, but still scared of the fucking ocean, I guess. I didn't think I was. And again, like, not, just not the ocean in general, doesn't scare me. But specific things about it, like the drowning, um, the idea that, like, you don't know what's under the surface of the ocean, that's pretty scary. Like the depths. Like, if you were a couple thousand feet down and you saw like even if you were in like a submarine or in scuba gear or something, and you saw like a giant squid or giant octopus, like, fuck. That's it. That's scary. So I guess I'm scared of the ocean. And another thing I was thinking about the other day, it was 9/11. There's this kid I play Xbox with. I call him a kid, but he's 18. He's an adult now. I mean, but he mentioned that he was in diapers on 9/11. And that just, I don't know, something about that, him saying that, just made me realize, like, a full generation of people has passed since 9/11 happened. A full generation. They're grown up now. Not even in school. If they are in school, they're in the first years of college or, senior year of high school. That's fucking crazy. That's actually crazy. It's almost weird talking about 9/11 at all, right? Because no one knows what to say. Like, at best they start talking about where they were, right? I was in school, I was there, I was at work, I heard this, my parents, half day of school, this, blah, blah. Not a cloud in the sky. But, it's just crazy. Those kids don't know a world where someone's screaming outside right now. I don't know what's going on. There's kids that live in a world, adults now, that live in a world they don't know what pre 9/11 was like. I was reading a Hunter S. Thompson article that he published a day after 9/11, an ESPN article. And he pretty much said that, like, all these people are going to know is wartime coverage. And it's true, that's it. That's all they have. I'm not saying, the days before were that much better or anything, but just the way you feel about them. You feel differently, right? If you were around before 9/11, you just know it was a simpler time. You don't even need to get into specifics. It just was. Even as a kid, I grasped that, I think everybody did. That's just crazy. I know I've harped on that for a little bit now, but an 18-year-old kid has no memories of pre 9/11. That's nuts. And then another thought I had, nothing to really do with those, but Instagram. What's Instagram evolved into now? I feel like the younger kids still use it, comment and things like they're supposed to. You see someone's picture, you say what you like about it, they, blah, 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 blows up, like, shares, but it's become more of a, like a YouTube comment section recently. There's just a bunch of trolls there. And it's really, become obvious to me, following a bunch of fighters and things, that, it's just another place that advertisements pop up. I mean, that's always what it was going to become. But even now, the pages you liked most likely they don't even probably have the same purpose that they once had. I follow Kat Zingano, Ioana Jędrzejczyk, as fighters, right? And 80% of their posts are about them posting about nutrition or fashion or some supplement or weight loss or, and that's fine. I choose to follow them, right? But I guess my point is, when's the last time you curated things like that out of your social media feeds? Advertisements you don't want to see at all. I even have friends now that they try to sell you things all day. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I share my my MMA stories on there. But I guess it's just uncomfortable to me. And I know too that I've had friends unfriend me because I share MMA posts. And I guess, it's like, oh, they weren't your friends in the first place. Well, fuck, I feel like I feel like it's a problem. I feel like social media shouldn't necessarily be ad-free, but it definitely shouldn't be 80-20 ads like it's become. I think that's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, when's the last time you curated your social media? Your Twitter, your Facebook? When's the last time you went through and just deleted all the meme pages, all the old Disney pages that have just, post DVDs, all the joke pages, all the things you followed in middle school and high school that have just literally become ads that you choose to probably, scroll through. And even if every ad only takes 15 seconds, that's 15 seconds per ad that you're not going to get back every day. And you probably scroll through your feed 80 times a day, 90 times a day, just to see if anything's new, and there's not, and you just view the same ads over and over. It's something to think about. I've been thinking about that. Definitely have to curate my accounts a little better. I think that's part of being miserable on social media, is just literally looking at the same things over and over again and just hoping something's different, but it's not going to be. Or worse, it just turns into a place where you see more commercials and ads. Like YouTube. Ugh. When's the last time you went on YouTube and tried to watch a video that didn't have an intrusive ad? I like the ones that are 3 seconds, 5 seconds, quick little sound bits, and then done. But anything beyond that, it almost serves the opposite purpose of an ad. It makes you not want to get that fucking product, no matter what the fuck it is. No matter what. You ever watch Comedy Central? I feel guilty of this more than a lot of people, but late night networks, late night TV, that type of thing. You watch, you end up watching some network or marathon or something for 8-9 hours a night on some weekend or summer night or something. And you end up seeing the same 6 fucking commercials over and over again in the same order. See the same commercial, what? 8 times an hour? 9 times an hour? Murphy, stop scratching yourself. My dog is itching himself. It's not too loud in the mic. Took his collar off because he was doing that earlier, and it was causing all kinds of interference. It was awful. But yeah, like, all these places are just becoming so saturated with ads. It's just sickening. It just really is sickening. That's one thing I feel like I'll never do. Is like, I'm not saying I'll never like say an ad or, you know, promote anything, but like, won't fucking shove it down your throat. I promise. If I like something, I'll tell you it works and it's good or something like that, but I won't fucking. I think that's the worst. And you know, another thing I was thinking is like, certain things are accepted as fact that I'm not sure people are too sure about themselves, but they repeat it. And I mean, you can come up with hundreds of examples of misinformation and disinformation and that type of thing, but I mean like things like with no ill intent. You know, like, I've thrown this one out there a few times, and it might be true. You know, I haven't done my research. I haven't Googled it, which I probably should before I even fucking talk about it, right? But I've heard that cats chose to be pets. I've heard that, like, they chose to be enslaved by humans. I guess that's the right word, right? Because, like, if they were out in the wild and they were just doing what they wanted, they wouldn't be, you know? They chose to be domesticated. But like, how much, how well can you domesticate a cat, right? Like, how different are they than when they're in the wild? Like, I'm sure there's exceptions. I'm sure certain cats are, you know. But, like that. Like, cats chose to be pets. Are you sure? Where did you hear that? Like, you know, I could Google search it right now and find out, but I don't know. I guess that's the point, right? That's the point of this. Is like, people don't do that. And it's kind of ridiculous that they just end up spouting things that aren't true. The Mandela effect is like that. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. I'm not really sure how widespread this phenomenon is, but like, for example, Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. Darth Vader says, "No, I am your father." Not, "Luke, I am your father." But everybody says, "Luke, I am your father," when they're quoting that scene. But it's not true. Like, "We Are the Champions" by Queen. We are the champions, no time. All the way at the end of that verse, he doesn't say "of the world." He doesn't say it. It just doesn't exist. Everyone has it in their mind that Freddie Mercury says "of the world," or somebody says "of the world" at the end of that recording. It just isn't there. Go check it right now. And yeah, I guess I'm not interested in misinformation or disinformation. I'm interested in people being fooled unknowingly, but it's their own doing. I don't think anyone is maliciously plotting these fake Vader lines. I just think people misremember it, and I think that's fascinating. That on a large scale, people, as like a hive mind, misremember things. And oftentimes it doesn't even appear for many years after the fact. It's just something to think about. What are we misremembering right now? What are we misremembering from the past 5 years? Not you individually or your friend individually, but like everybody. Everybody's mind. What are we all forgetting? That's what I think about sometimes. Things like that. You know. So I think that's it. That's all I really wanted to say today. I just wrote some things down throughout the week. I do want to ask, if you want to be a guest on the podcast or you have something to talk about or promote, come on. I'd be happy to have you. Just write some things throughout the week. Have an idea of what you want to say. And yeah, be happy to have you on. I want to do a segment too at the end right here, like toward the end of the show, with mailbag questions. Not that you really will have many, but if you do, if you want to know what I think or what what any of the guests think, we'll have a section at the end of the show where we'll just answer questions. We'll answer anything you ask. It can be anonymous if you want it to be. We'll read your name if you want. Just let us know. Let us know when you send it in. I'm gonna make an official email for the podcast once I figure out a name. I'm just not really sure yet. I've had a few ideas. The Endicott Kin was an idea. I'm just not too sure yet. I don't want to stick with anything until I really like something. So we're gonna do maybe the first 2-3 shows like this with not really any focus, no name. I just want to get some stuff out there and reach out to people. For right now, I'm thinking a show every 2 or 3 days. Don't really have a set schedule yet either. Will soon. Just want to figure a few things out, figure out who's going to be a regular on the show. So yeah, message me with your podcast ideas. If you want to talk about something, let me know. And thanks again. Until next time.